but we didn't really have much else to lose. 5 minutes in either direction and we would have never met. But for whatever reason, my little group seemed to get along pretty well. We weren't much more than wandering vagabonds at that point, but the map gave us a purpose. Something to work towards. That meant moving through occupied territory, though. So this was sure to be a test of our resolve.
I'm on the move! Okay.
Roger that.
Hey, sorry.
I had been moving in the fringes, surviving on whatever I could, wherever I could. Truth be told, I had just about given up on everyone by then. Our so-called leaders had already told the world the fight was over, and I was in no position to convince anyone otherwise. Heading out.
Enemigo destruido.
I don't remember all the details, especially how I made it out of the base back then. I woke up in a smoking pile of rubble and crawled as far as I could. Beyond that, it was a lot of dark, bitter days in between. Could use some ammo over here.
Blanco abatido.
We could scavenge a few supplies. Maybe find something to eat at the diner. Unfortunately, the aliens didn't give us a whole lot of time to look around.
Posición confirmada. ¡Poca munición!
Orders confirmed. On the move. This is for you! Okay. This is bad! It's strange to think what it was like back then before Advent became a thing. There were plenty of aliens, but a lot less barking. Stranger still is how quickly people forgot what the real faces of a war looked like. You wouldn't think the novelty of alien invaders would ever wear off.
Muerto. Voy a 0 de munición.
Rolling. I'm ready. In the early days, the faceless weren't even disguised half the time. And there were all kinds of silly-ass rumors about shape-shifting animals, vehicles, all kinds of things. That made trust even harder to come by among strangers.
Todo irá bien.
We had to make do with whatever weapons we could scrounge up. We didn't know a whole lot about the alien tech back then. I figured if we actually found anything XCOM built, at least I could count on it being pointed at the aliens first. Roger that. Holding position.
Voy hacia ese lugar. Aguantando.
Understood. Moving out. Digging in.
Órdenes confirmadas. En marcha. Aquí me quedo.
Hostile neutralized. I don't feel so good. On the move. No longer a threat. Toss me some ammo. It's getting hard to remember their faces, but I'll never forget their sacrifice. I wouldn't be here without their help. Our first stop yielded a few decent upgrades, but nothing that was gonna set the world on fire. And there was only so much we could take with us. We had to travel light if we were gonna keep up this pace. We had no idea who made the map in the first place. But if there really was some kind of hidden sanctuary out there, I wanted to see it for myself. The map was steering us right through town, but we figured maybe we'd creep through the cemetery instead to keep things quiet. I tried to take a few notes just in case we forged a new path. If history was going to be written by the victors, then I at least wanted to have something ready just in case we finally got our act together. We were all a little suspicious, but we managed to pick up another recruit near the cemetery. As risky as it was, we needed all the help we could get, and I wasn't worried about splitting the gear another way. Once we got close, the aliens were all over us pretty quick. What we found was difficult to face.
Confirmado. Blanco neutralizado. Voy a la posición designada. ¡Ay, venga ya!
Moving on target location. Position confirmed. Target down. Keep the pressure on. In the 2 years or so since we lost the base, I hadn't heard so much as a peep about XCOM. Much less run into any familiar faces. Most people never knew we existed in the first place, so there wasn't a whole lot of point in asking around. Overwatch! Got it covered.
Afirmativo, cubriendo. Afirmativo, cubriendo.
I'd seen a few zombies during the early days of the invasion, but not like this. Not up close. They were human once, but we didn't have any choice. The last place you want to run into a bunch of psychic aliens is a cemetery full of fresh graves.
Still up! Getting a little too close here!
El enemigo sigue en pie.
Target's still up.
Blanco inutilizado.
I'm not sure I ever really believed in the prospect of finding survivors, and the weapons my team were after weren't going to do much on their own. Notice how I said team? That's when I started to realize what the actual payoff here was.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
¡Me dirijo allí! En guardia. Entendido. En movimiento. Poniéndome en guardia.
And we're off.
I've killed just about everything that walks or crawled.
I'm on the move. Affirmative, covering now.
Ajustando miras.
Come on.
Solo le ha rozado.
Incoming, over here!
I hadn't felt a sense of camaraderie in a long time. Most people were respectful of the surviving war veterans that were still out here. Some might even offer us a friendly smile. Still, I ran into plenty of people who couldn't do anything but blame us. Soldiers, politicians, doctors. We had all failed someone in one way or another.
Got him! Heading there now. On Overwatch. On the move. Let's do this.
Posición confirmada. Empieza la fiesta. Marchando. Guardia.
We had spent a fair amount of time together, but my new friends didn't know much about my background. To them, I was just an ex-military survivor. Another broken down veteran. As time went on, I think they started to piece it together on their own. And I didn't mind keeping them guessing.
Headed there now. Affirmative. On the move.
¡Enseguida! Yo me encargo.
I got to thinking about all the people I know for sure didn't make it out of HQ. Assuming the aliens haven't tried to clear it out, that mountain is the final resting place for a lot of good people. I had always hoped to go back there one day and put up a marker, or something at least.
I'm all over it.
¡Venga, vamos, vamos! Voy.
You hear that? I'm out of here. Back online. Understood. Moving out. Scanning. Affirmative. Moving out. Overwatch.
Estoy en marcha. Ven y verás. Ubicación confirmada.
Enemy eliminated.
Gremlin, en marcha. Eliminado. Ya no puedo disparar.
Moving to designated position. This is for you!
Recibiendo tiros.
Another notch! It's not getting up! Evac! We need emergency evac! No, damn it, no! Nailed him!
En marcha. Blanco inutilizado.
We took a few casualties, but it could have been a lot worse. I was just happy to keep moving. We had gotten used to salvaging gear by that point. We'd picked through just about everything left on the alien bodies. The map was driving us towards what looked to be some kind of freight yard. But first we had to cut across the edge of town near a local dive bar. I remember being genuinely excited at the prospect of finding a nice, stiff drink. Unfortunately, the arrival of Advent had ushered in a new era of restrictions and bans, which meant pretty much anything that you might consider fun was outlawed. Still, there was a chance I might find something good out there in the boonies. Things were quiet when we showed up, but it looked like we had just missed the action, with all the hallmarks of an Advent sweep gone south. In those days, they were rounding up stragglers pretty aggressively, and it didn't take much to provoke a fight. We never did find out who it was, but odds are they were either convinced to move to a city center or dumped in a mass grave somewhere.